Alright, back into it. Should get this research going again here. Got 50 and 80. A little bit of a mismatch. I guess we'll just load this guy up so that he can continue to his heart's content. Okay, so... Actually, I lied. I want that coal back. No, I don't. It's fine. Okay. Split that off from here, and... Let's more of that going. Yeah, it's slow going, but we're doing fine here. I'm sure that our pollution cloud, yeah, has been rippling because of this. So... Run out of copper here, we can load that back up. Give you some more iron. You're doing fine. You're waiting on automation cores, which should be back in the swing of things now that you've got copper. It's all very complicated. Alright. I also did not mean to take your gold. Sorry. So, we are working on electric mining. Once electric mining is complete, we can actually begin creating our first real build, which is going to be the smelting setup. So, I'm thinking, let's just do a little bit of scouting here, even though it's kind of dark right now. So this is our coal patch. It has a grand total of 400,000 coal. Granted, each of these are quite low down. I think that should be more than enough to clear out these individual patches here. So, the good news is that we've got logistics researched already, so we have access to transport belts, underground belts, splitters, inserters, all the good stuff. So we are on the right track. Clean up this patch a little bit. So the nice thing about having coal right here is that not only can we get a run going for our furnaces, but we can also grab off a little bit of water here and do some preliminary steam generation. I would like to be able to grab some landfill to flatten this out, but looks like landfill is locked a little bit farther along in this pack. So, but like I said, the plan is going to be probably get this is going to be the main bit right here that we can fit miners on, and then get the main bus going. So we'll see how we do here. Now, let's just quickly review the math for the electric miners. We have access to them now. Very good. They create 0.5 per second, 1 every 2 seconds. Transport belts. Yellow transfer belts have a transportation capacity of 15 items per second, which means that one item every 2 seconds or half per second, so 15 divided by 1/2 is 30. So one yellow belt will support up to 30 electric mining drills. Now, if we look at spatially how this is mapped out, let's just go ahead and make one here so we can grab a ghost of it and just see placement-wise how we're going to look here. So I also managed to switch my hotbars somehow. There we go. So this is what our electric mining drill looks like. Oh, you're starting. You should probably not do that quite yet. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world if you do, right? So there's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So that's a fair amount right there. Let's just see theoretically how many we could fit here. Oh, yikes. That was not the button that I wanted to press. So if we just sort of did some preliminary lining up here. Just see the absolute max that would fit on this. We get 104. Okay. So that's like 3 belts worth. And let's see if for whatever reason, we could also fit that. Yeah, we could fit most of them on this copper patch as well. Okay, so then I think the directive we're going to have is then we're going to do 2 belts of each. I'm going to do 2 belts of iron, 2 belts of copper, and then build our smelting setups accordingly. Yep, these are burning nice and slowly. In fact, rather than having all of these going full blast... Oh, I want my power poles back, please. We should just be able to have one of these right now. What is our total consumption? Yeah, 150 kilowatts. Which, because a lot of these things are shut down right now, it's not huge, but the 2 megawatts for one of these should definitely cover us for a while. Looks like we are stalled out because we have run out of basic resources across the board. So. Let's give everything a quick refill here and we can continue on. 30 in here, 45 in here. Very nice. Alright, very slow going here, but once we get an actual setup, we'll be in a good spot. So, speaking of which, what is it going to take to get an actual setup going? Well, it's going to take a lot of furnaces. Thankfully, we have plenty of stone. So let's get our friendly basic inserters over here. Working on some stone for us, or some furnaces rather. Very nice. And we just finished something. I'm pretty sure it was steel that we finished. Yeah. We're in a good spot. Hopefully we're going to be able to get all the way to the lights right now. So, lots of coal as well. Good to have a little bit of a backlog. It looks like, yeah, we're doing fine on satisfaction here. So, we just need more cards. Always more cards. So, and we've just run out of wood as well. I see. Okay. Well, what's going to need to be next? We're going to need a lot of electric mining drills. We're going to take a lot of burner drills. We're going to take a lot of stone bricks. So, let's start loading this stuff up again here. We've just had a meteor crash down towards this way. Looks like we've got some trees. So, while this is nice and locked and loaded, let's go ahead, explore that meteor. And while we're at it, just grab some trees on the way, because we're going to need some more wood. Interesting. I'm running very slowly right now. Huh. Does this red stuff make me run slower? It looks like it does. Well, that's unfortunate. That's like 90% of the biome that I'm in here. Where was this meteor? I've already forgotten. That does not help me. Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay. Well, let's keep on going. We should run into some trees here every so often. When we do, we're just going to grab them up. And yeah, we got access to a little bit of a forest here. So chop trees until the daytime, go check out the meteor. And then continue on. Oh my gosh, another one. Where did this land? Down to the south. It's been getting a little more frequent. What is this? A meteor defense installation. I wonder what it takes to get one of those. Not so far. What's the difference between these two things? An entire planet, but can only shoot 1 meter at a time. Small area, up to 4 meters at a time. Okay, what do you take to make? Concrete. Ah, concrete and glass. So technology-wise, we're not too far away. How about the other one? I've already lost it. That's fine. I'm not supposed to be mining rocks. There we go. Oh, stuck on the rocks. Right, grab a couple more trees here, and then we should have a meteor out this way. Let's see if I can spot it without using the map. There it is. Right there. What goodies do you have for us? Looks like it's always the same. Oh, it's probabilistic again. 28, 3, and 1. Okay. So, interesting to note that a lot of the things in this pack are probability-based. Which makes ratioing very difficult, by the way. So, that's why I think I'm going to adopt the philosophy of, you know, build more as needed. So, in the last Krastorio playthrough that I did some very tightly ratioed kind of stuff, and I was running into issues where if you have it too tightly ratioed, then inserters start going squirrely when they need to wait to place something on a belt, and that actually throws off the entire ratio. So I would rather build more as needed than try and figure out the minutia of getting perfect ratios. So personally, I have more fun that way. So we're also going to need a lot of motors here, especially electric motors, which I believe require normal motors. They do. So it's going to be a lot of crafting for a while. Yeah, I think this red stuff definitely does make me run slower, which is very unfortunate. Alright, got plenty of furnaces here for a little bit, at least. Oh, you're full on coal, I see. There's a little bit of a coal coming out of this one as well. What are you? Okay, you've actually run out. I see. So, alright. Well, what's next? Got some more cards here for ourselves. A bit more iron to surrender. You're going to need the wood that we just got. And then slowly things start coming back to life. Alright. Very, very slow. But in the meantime, we can start working on doing some of the other crafting that needs to happen here. So. Need lots of gears. Lots of gears to make motors, which I believe also require gears, yeah. So, let's get 2 factories here. Independent from these, that are just making the stuff that we want here. Some inserters. which are not fully covered by the radius, of course. That's okay. No real need to be stingy with this, but makes it feel more optimized, you know? Alright, so... Oops. We're going to be iron fuse. You're going to be copper cable. And you're just going to straight dump all of that stuff in so that I can make what I want. In the meantime... it'd be fun to just get one of these going. Just for fun. There we go. Let's use some coal as well. Very nice. Calls for 10, which we're going to get here slowly. Yeah, and these are really starting to suck our resources dry here. So I think we're going to chill for now. This stuff is not particularly crucial, although it's going to be important soon. I will cancel this for now. Oh, I can't get lights without those things, I see. That's unfortunate. No. Show me the lights. I would like lights here pretty soon. 30, 50, 60. Are you still going at least? You are. Okay, you can go for a while yet. Oops. Just do that. Get these ones knocked out of the way, and then we can get straight to the stuff that we're interested in, which are some lights. So everything is not so dark. Now, also, a consideration to be made is that we are probably going to begin impinging on enemy territory here in not so long. So military would also be a good thing to throw on the queue. Oops. We're just going to continue feeding these guys because this is where we're headed next here, is to be able to make our automated system for getting what we need. Alright, you are stumped on electric motors, which is because of lack of iron. Let's see. Like I said, a little bit of slow going to start with here, but I think it's at least very fun. At most, it's the preparation for the rest of the playthrough, so. Shame here is that making iron to begin with, making copper, anything to begin with is so slow, so. These burner mining drills are not the pinnacle of Factorio technology. We do have more stone bricks though, which is good. Gonna need those to make more of these. In fact, that was actually one of the blockers here. Yeah, electric motors are gonna come down once again to that, but it's really just gonna be how much iron we can get our hands on. So I'm gonna do that for now. Make our first 20 of these. Prefer that you don't craft cables by hand. Character. In the meantime, it's just going to be a lot of individualized production here that needs to happen, so I think for starters we're going to start tapping out this iron vein just to just for the sake of having something to be able to use it with. I should also be able to put hello. There we go. Should be able to do this. Yep. Probably just going to put these electric mining drills down and then straight up put them into manual furnaces to be smelting. But whereby I'm feeding the furnaces manually with coal, just so that we can get a little bit of a greater iron production here for the time being. So we're going to clear out the periphery in preparation. Alright, what did we just get? We got our crusher. Stone processing is on the way. Just dump a whole bunch of coal there because we're going to need it in a little bit here. Alright. So, how much energy do you consume? Max consumption 100 kilowatts. So we can power a whole 20 of these on just one of these. So, that being the case, and we have exactly 20 that we're making, go ahead and do that. And we are going to need a number of transport belts to make this happen. So, very disappointing number of resources here. Ah, here we go. I'll just steal them from wherever is convenient. Doesn't change the fact that I need lots of raw iron. No mineable resources. Join the party. Okay. So, slightly more iron plates means a couple more transport belts. We've got plenty of inserters, we got plenty of furnaces. Thus begins. That's what we're going to do for starters here. And so that it's more convenient to feed, I think we're going to just bring it up around like this. Ah, yes, I'm also going to need, if I have them, I do. Alright, so what is the ratio for this again? This is, it takes 10 every 16 seconds. Which is... My math is not the best right now. 0.625. And we're making 10 per second, so 10 divided by 625 is exactly 16 furnaces we're going to need for the time being here. So 4, 8, 16. Wonderful. A couple more transport belts, one more long-handed inserter. Oops. Oops. And then same here. many more of these do we have? Okay. That should be fine. And just get some chests. And I neglected to remember the fact that we do not have adequate power reach for these. Wonderful. Well, that's an easily solvable problem. Just gotta break up our couplets here a little bit. Which is, in fact, going to be the actual furnace setup that I use a little bit later on. And you'll see that shortly. It's just that for the time being, we want to get sort of this quick setup, quick and dirty setup going here so that we can get things done. Okay. Oops. I guess it doesn't explicitly matter, but... Oops. I was correct, I just... Alright, so... Go... E4, 5. There we go. Everybody's powered and happy. Maybe we only need 2 here. Not sure. For the time being, that's what we've got. We are going to need more of these. There's one. Oop, not quite. All right. So... get everybody filled up here. The recipe copied over. And our first large-scale iron production operation has begun. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, so we've got this guy running now close to full tilt. I mean, about half. Production is up at 4.6 capability, 2.5 satisfaction requesting. We've got a couple more of these, so in fact, we're fairly comfortable not even to use steam power quite yet. It's 15% more efficient than just the raw burning, but with the amount of coal right now that we have, I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. So, anywho. Continue checking on our production here, and it appears that 4 inserters are going to be enough, at least until I stop being an idiot. There we go. Now 4 may no longer be enough. And in fact, that it's not. Maybe that'll do. Very nice. Well, if you look already, that is more iron that we just grabbed than we had made in probably the past 10 minutes or so. Hopefully this guy's still operating. It looks like he is. Yep, and we got a whole 90 of them. So, next time, we'll be able to see the results of our research and hopefully get some lights going. Yeah, we're really starting to ramp up. This is looking good. Cool. All right.